¿Qué tal, Marian?
Bien.
¿Nos puedes contar un poco sobre tu empresa?
Pues Pulmen es una empresa familiar. Empezamos en el 2012 con la impresión de hoja cortada en tóner y con planchas. Nuestro volumen de libros se fue multiplicando, así que nos vimos obligados o decidimos a cambiar de tecnología y a multiplicar por 4 nuestra maquinaria y nuestro espacio. Siempre nos hemos considerado como unos pioneros en implantar la última tecnología en digital y bueno, hasta el 2019 que incluimos en nuestro parque de maquinaria a Truepress 520HD Screen con Tecnau y como quedamos contentos, pues el año pasado volvimos a repetir e incluimos una segunda línea tanto de Screen como de Tecnau.
So here we have a Screen 520HD Plus. It's the flagship equipment from Screen. It comes with an unwinder where we have the white paper that gets into the machine. We have a dual print engines to print both sides in one pass. This machine can run up to 100 meters a minute on coated paper or 150 meters a minute on uncoated paper. The magic from this equipment compared to others is that can print directly on coated paper, directly without any primer. So any paper is suitable to print on this machine. We also have a unique drying system in this part of the equipment that doesn't affect the paper very much. So after being printed, we have a perfectly and flat paper that helps the finishing equipment to finish the book blocks. ¿Qué es lo que están demandando vuestros clientes, las editoriales, en cuanto a producto y servicio?
Lo que ellos demandan es que realmente, nuestro foco es el mundo de la edición, de la educación. Trabajamos, el 90% son para editoriales y lo que realmente buscan es que si un libro ha sido impreso por la impresión tradicional offset y otro libro ha sido impreso por tecnología inkjet, que no exista una diferenciación, que no se sepa cuál ha sido impreso por qué tecnología y cuál. Entonces realmente lo que los clientes buscan ahora es rapidez, cada vez las tiradas las quieren en menos tiempo y calidad, no buscan y cumplir con las fechas de entrega.
María Ángeles, ya han pasado 3 años desde la primera incorporación de los equipos de Tecnau. Yo sé que los inicios y los cambios de tecnología nunca son fáciles, lo sabemos por experiencia. Cuando elegisteis Tecnau, ¿realmente pensabais que Tecnau os iba a apoyar como realmente, sobre todo en formación de los profesionales, lo ha hecho? Y esto ha sido algo fundamental de cara a que hayáis elegido una segunda línea de Tecnau.
Nosotros realmente cuando elegimos Tecnau no pensábamos que el servicio técnico fuese a formar parte de nuestro equipo. Realmente para nosotros lo hemos vuelto a elegir porque para nosotros no es que estemos solamente contentos con el paso que dimos hace 3 años, sino que es que nos da una tranquilidad y saber que juntos cualquier problema que tengamos vamos a buscar la solución y que tenemos ese apoyo por parte de Tecnau.
So here at Pulmen we have the customer running in a roll-to-roll configuration. And for that they are using the Roll 9 solution, which consists of the Unwinder U9 and the Rewinder R9, which we will see later on. The U9 is our latest generations of unwind rewinds and basically fits to any inkjet printer out there on the market today. One of the key factors is it handles a very wide media variety. So you can run from 40 GSM all the way up to coated papers, maybe up to 300 GSM papers. It fits for all of them. One of the key features here of the U9 is the fact that these units are all tight web, so there are no loose hanging loops in between the printer and the unwinder itself. The paper is always under control, under a certain tension, which makes the whole process very reliable and very easy also for the operator to set up. For the rest, you can see there's no operator around here, so the machines are pretty much running operatorless. So interesting here, since the customer is running roll to roll, they are basically handling the 2 printers, this one and the one over there, as well as the 2 finishing lines, basically with 1 operator. So here at Pulmen, we actually have a very interesting setup. As you can see around me, there is the 2 printers here, one on the left and one on the right, and they have chosen to put the finishing offline, so the roll to cut and stack lines are actually placed in the center of the operation. So the rolls coming from the different printers are then moved here into the middle and being fed into the cut stack lines. Initially, when they started here in 2019, we were running online with the cutter and stacker, which has of course advantages and disadvantages. Since they do a lot of small runs here and a lot of paper changes, they soon found out that it was better to run the cut and stack line in an offline configuration, and especially also when they moved to the second configuration, they chose to go all roll to roll on the printers and then doing the finishing here in the center of their operation in an offline setup. The interesting thing here is that the customer has 2 generations of cut and stack lines, and that's also one of the key things that Tecnau likes to support. Customers investing in a certain generation are sure that we keep on supporting that generation of equipment, even if we bring later on newer equipment and newer generations to the market. Nowadays we are focusing very much on the Revolution 50, but we still support the 20 series as well as the 566 series, and we keep supporting them with upgrades and new solutions and new features. The 20 series is running at a similar speed as the printer, so on average we're doing like 120, 130 meters a minute, depending also on the paper type. The unwinder feeds the paper from the roll, there's an internal buffer, and then when we look at the cutter, we are cutting here in a rotary way. So there's one rotary knife doing the cross cut, there's side trimmings that are doing the side trimming cuts, and there is a center slitter in case they have the 2-up in positioning. So this customer is changing a lot, so it's actually good to have the lines offline. So they're changing multiple times a day from 1-up, 2-up to 3-up, even 4-up applications. And this is being done here easily by the operator just by changing a couple of the knives. There's an interesting feature here also on the stacker side, which is called the automatic size change kit. So if a customer changes from different cut length, different cut size, based on reading a mark, the machine will automatically set up to the new cut size. The stacker will deliver the previous stack onto the conveyor, and the next job is being loaded on the run, on the fly, and the stop plate of the stacker will automatically go into the new position. So from running this cut size to this cut size, the changeover will be completely on the fly without any operator intervention. And this is an interesting and quite unique feature that we offer already on the 20 series, and you also see that coming back in our new Revolution 50 series. Especially for customers doing a lot of different jobs with a, let's say, a relatively small run length, lots of different sizes. This is a nice thing to have.
Actualmente, diariamente, ¿qué cantidad de libros estáis produciendo?
Estamos produciendo alrededor de unos 12.000 libros diarios.
¿Con cuántos turnos de trabajo?
Con 2, pero tenemos la capacidad de ampliar a los fines de semana y un tercer turno.
Dices que en el 2019 cambiasteis de instalaciones, habéis cambiado de instalaciones, de parque de maquinaria. En cuanto a personal, ¿habéis también crecido de la misma manera?
No, solamente somos una plantilla, una persona más, pero bueno, realmente gracias a la formación por vuestras empresas, tanto por Screen como Tecnau, hemos sido capaces de aumentar y duplicar la maquinaria con el mismo personal. Realmente nuestro foco de negocio son libros. Somos especialistas en impresión y encuadernación de libros, dirigidos más al mundo de la educación, editoriales. También hacemos algo de packaging pequeño para alimentación, pero estamos enfocados a la producción de libros. Y en cuanto hemos multiplicado por 2 nuestra maquinaria, pero sacamos 4 veces más de libros al mes o al año que en años anteriores.
You reduce the human interface by 10 times compared with cut-sheet devices. So you reduce the labor work, you reduce the problems or issues that you may face technically. you can offer your customers probably not such a wide range of products, but you offer better production, longer runs, and better running costs.
María Ángeles, me consta que una gran parte de vuestra producción es para exportación, sobre todo a Europa. ¿Pensáis seguir con la línea de exportación a Europa de vuestros productos?
Sí, nosotros es un plan que tenemos a corto plazo en seguir aumentando la exportación en Europa, incluso fuera de ella, y no descartamos otro tipo de segmentación de mercado como es impresión comercial e incluso packaging, porque es verdad que un 5 o 10% de nuestro negocio es el packaging pequeño, pero sí que nos gustaría crecer en ese mercado.
We definitely see happening what we have been predicting for many, many years, the transition from offset to digital. And we are in the middle of it now. So this is a great time to be here. The market obviously always changes. Everybody wants to have things quicker and faster and shorter delivery times, shortened production windows, and also shortened runs. At the same time, technology has come to a level that I think we can offer offset quality in digital at an affordable price. But finishing definitely is still a challenging part of the business. And as we have seen here also at Pulmen, a lot of things to learn, and we're happy to make that customer journey together with them. For us, many changes have come over the years, although we were also one of the early ones in digital book printing, and we've done so for quite a long time now. But obviously our background traditionally comes from transactional printing. I mean, the banks, the insurance companies, the governments, they used to be our customers many, many years ago. But we have transitioned into this new market and we've invested heavily in it. And one of the key things actually, and Pulmen is a great example actually, one of the things that Tecnau is different or doing differently than others maybe is that we keep our old generations alive. So here you see some examples around us where customers invested in a generation of equipment today, and you know this very well because last year at Spring Forward we launched the Revolution 50 series, our really high-end cut stack solutions. But while doing so, we still have our old systems, and we are sitting here in the middle between an old 566 generation and 20 series generations. But we keep supporting these customers and we keep developing new solutions and keep upgrading these solutions. Looking at Pulmen here, for instance, this is a family-owned business, print for money. Every day is important for them. We need to deliver, we need to be reliable, but also predictable. I mean, they need to make their planning. Whereas, let's say in a traditional transactional environment, things were much more every day the same. Here, every day can be different and can be challenging, and we need to live up with that. It's a more challenging environment, but I like this. It's more flexible and more dynamic also. We listen to customers. They come to us with special requests, special demands, and we listen to them and we try to develop them. Hopefully also in the end by developing something that we can then also multiply and roll out, eventually maybe sometimes as a standard product or a new product line, or sometimes it stays a special, but within the heritage of Tecnau is very much the engineering and the development. I would say the biggest challenges is, like you said, these type of customers, they do not only run one type of paper. They would like to run a number of papers in all sorts of qualities because their customers are asking for this. So that's one of the challenges when developing new equipment. They need to be able to run a lot of different media types. They want to save on labor, so one machine should be able to do a lot and possibly also as automated as possible. So this is one of the key things that we are developing. Revolution 50 is the answer to that, in combination with higher speed, higher reliability, and higher automation. And then I would say the last very important part, and that's also why we are here, our printer partners. In Screen, for instance, we are talking on an international level with the development people, with the R&D people in Japan, developing more complex and more intelligent interfaces that make the overall solution in the end be more productive.
A mí me consta que el inicio no fue sencillo, el desconocimiento de la tecnología, pero yo creo que lo solventasteis de una manera muy fácil, con trabajo y esfuerzo, evidentemente, gracias a la inversión que hicisteis en formación y en vuestro interés. Yo creo que a día de hoy o sería mucho más sencillo seguir continuando y seguir creciendo. El primer paso siempre es el más complicado de dar, pero yo creo que tuvisteis la suficiente valentía para dar ese paso y la suficiente capacidad de trabajo y superación para poder superarlo.
Esa capacidad también es de todo el equipo de Pulmen, es de todo nuestro capital humano, que sin ellos no hubiese sido posible, porque esto es desde todos, desde el personal hasta la dirección. Fue un trabajo difícil, pero que al final a todos nos mereció la pena, también por ellos, por calidad de vida. O sea, ellos tienen mucho menos estrés con esta tecnología que con la otra. Van más, pero el comienzo no fue fácil.